Welcome back. Well, that person in the article, taller but poorer now. However, not regretting it, because as we all know, there might be stereotypes against shorter people. Mm-hmm. The article says especially stereotypes with men. And this one particular fella found a orthopedic surgeon who was willing to use a originally corrective surgery, because some people have different length of legs, so they might want to lengthen one to kind of make walking easier. Well, originally it was sort of a correctional procedure, but then it became cosmetic. And it adds quite a lot, 7 to 15 centimeters.
That's a lot, yeah.
I think it was more about 30.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah.
7 to 15?
I think that's about right, because I think 30 is here, because 30 is a foot. About.
Right. A foot.
And I have to think of like a foot. So 15. I think 15
15 is still enormous.
It's enormous. Like if I added 15 centimeters to myself, for one, I think my bones would crack under that much pressure. Yeah. But it's a lot. And that's why this guy thought it was worth it, because he was sick of those stereotypes and he was sick of that possible discrimination. Mm-hmm. And so it was worth spending the money. Mm-hmm. And and basically, in the end, everybody leaves happy. Mm-hmm. However, it is a bit controversial, because when you get that surgery, from what I've read, not in the article, but outside of it, any sort of strenuous physical activity has been it's gone now, because your bones are too weak and they can never regain the same amount of strength that they did at their natural length.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you've fundamentally sort of changed the proportions of your body, so I imagine...
Oh, walking must be weird at first.
Yeah, your whole...
You're probably kicking things more.
It's out of whack. Yeah. Do they do it in the thigh bone stretch or the
It must be thigh, because I can't imagine trying to break and regrow two bones rather than one. Mm-hmm. And thigh would be stronger, right? So it would be easier to extend, I assume. How much does surgery typically cost in the UK?
I guess this question probably means cosmetic surgery, right? Or just surgery in general?
Oh, I was taking a surgery in general.
Cost anything in the UK.
Oh gosh, that's right.
It's all
You
free.
should have asked me this question.
Yeah. Okay. So how about we talk about the more interesting case? How much does surgery cost in your country?
Yeah. So surgery is extremely expensive, and I've talked about this a little bit before. Also on the Pagoda One YouTube channel, I talked about this a little bit, even more in depth with my friends on there. It depends on your insurance. Very good insurance, it's very expensive. You're going to be paying a lot less, but you're still going to be paying. And then with very poor insurance or no insurance, it's going to be practically it's going to break your bank. Could we go bankrupt? People have gone bankrupt from necessary surgeries in the US. Obviously, there are programs out there that help people that need surgeries, get the surgeries that they need, but it's just not enough, and it's hard to get them. Yeah.
That's the sad one, yeah. Because of course in the UK we do pay for cosmetic surgeries because they're non-essential, and people do pay an awful lot of money for cosmetic surgery, but not the life-saving stuff.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But then I'll ask you then.
Okay.
Because you need to speak at least a little bit over here. You just said that cosmetic surgery was very, very expensive, and people pay a lot for it. Yeah. Does that mean there is no health insurance coverage for cosmetic surgery ever?
As far as I'm aware, no. But because again, I haven't really researched private health insurance in the UK because I just use the free stuff. But
of course.
I would assume there can't be, because if you can just choose to keep having more and more cosmetic surgeries because they're all chosen, then how would that insurance system work? Because you'd pay monthly and then you could have any surgery you want just constantly. I can't understand how that would work.
What about reconstructive surgeries after incidences?
Oh, well, again, that will be provided by the state if you've had an accident or even gender reassignment surgery. There's a massive waiting list, but it's been put on. If you have the full psychological assessments, you can get it for free. Even IVF treatment, you get one round. We talked about this, didn't we? Free from the NHS. So
I mean, I know the wait times can be quite harsh, but it still is a fantasy to imagine getting something so necessary for free. Yeah, a man can dream.
Yes.
A man can dream. Well, yeah, in America, actually, some health insurance companies do cover some cosmetic surgeries, but it's definitely the more niche ones, and those tend to be more expensive. Yeah, it's not a good scene, insurance in America. Let's go ahead and see what all these vocabularies entail and talk about them a little bit more deeply and learn them too. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Quack.
Quack.
Fracture.
Fracture.
Chronic.
Chronic.
Stature.
Stature.
Rational.
Rational.